Mike Mortara was a force. And I could tell from the minute he walked into his first finance committee meeting that this was somebody who was going to ensure that Georgetown was the best managed financial organization possible.
Michael came from a small town in Connecticut called Torrington, Connecticut, and he's an only child, and he went to a parochial school in Torrington and then went to prep school in Cheshire, Connecticut, and then came to Georgetown and graduated in 1971. It was BSFS in International Economics, and he went to University of Chicago Business School after working for a year at the Alumni House here, and received his MBA, and then he went to work for Salomon Brothers right after his graduation from Chicago Business School. And then went to Goldman Sachs in 1987.
Michael was one of my partners at Goldman Sachs. He and I ran the mortgage securities area, and Michael was already a legend at the time because he really was one of the pioneers of the modern-day mortgage security market.
Anyone who knew Mike Mortara wouldn't be surprised to know that he left an extraordinary legacy at Goldman Sachs. Many of us who were Mike's partners continue to miss his collaborative spirit, his no-nonsense and direct way of addressing matters at hand, and his business savvy. He was one of the best liked and one of the true go-to guys at Goldman Sachs.
He was a remarkable man, truly remarkable man, and he gave so much to his family, even though in the arena that he practiced, which was the Wall Street and the other financial capitals of the world, he had to travel a lot. He was away from them a lot. But I repeat, I never saw anybody who lived that way make a greater effort to get home.
I was at Dumbarton College, and there was 4 girlfriends and I, and we were in the car, and there was a party somewhere in Georgetown we didn't exactly know, and one girl knew Michael's house, and he said, well, these guys will know where the party is, and we went up there and we rang the doorbell, and they said, oh no, that party's been canceled, but we're having a party. So we go in there, and they weren't having a party. There's just 4 guys sitting on a couch watching a football game. And so we quickly tried to leave that. But Michael remembered me after just that 5-minute encounter and called the switchboard at Dumbarton College and said, I don't know her last name, but her first name is Jenna. And there's only one Jenna at Dumbarton. They said, oh yeah, we know her. And so he got a hold of me, and then the rest was history. It was always Michael's dream that his sons would go to Georgetown, and Mike Jr. graduated in 2004, and Matthew is a senior and will graduate in May. And being here, they can feel their father, and they just want to make him proud, and they've already made me proud, but they know it is what their dad wanted. Well, you know, Georgetown was such a big part of Mike's life, and after he passed away, there was, no question I was going to continue with our commitment to the university. And the more I became involved with Georgetown, and when Mike Jr. and Matthew became students, I really just wanted to help strengthen the university even more.
Mike wanted the school to be relevant to the life of the graduate, so that a graduate of the School of Foreign Service would come away with something special that would help him or her in their careers. Mike had a vision, and his vision was captured in a person, and it was Madeleine Albright. And wouldn't it be wonderful if someone like that could be attracted to the School of Foreign Service and be in the Mortara chair? That was a specific vision of Mike's. It went to relevance, and it is, to me, somewhat incredibly what actually turned out to be the case.
I think that there really has always an issue in universities of how to make what they're teaching relevant to the real world. And the Mortara Center is really very focused on bringing the practical aspects of foreign policy making and implementing together with the academic real breadth and depth from being associated with a terrific university.
Without Jenna Mortara, I think this center wouldn't exist. Of course, her husband was the very generous donor, but she made it happen after he passed away. And she's designed the center, which is absolutely elegant. And I was shocked at how elegant it was when I first saw the building, because in universities we don't always go for elegance. She has been a wonderful supporter of the center, and I think I in particular have a great deal of appreciation and gratitude to her for making it possible for all the things that we've done to happen.
My vision, I mean, I had to take what Michael's dreams of what the center was supposed to encompass, but I guess it was my duty to work with the architects and the Georgetown officials to actually, construct the facility, and it's quite exciting and elegant. I think it's a beautiful facility, and I hope everybody else does.
Every year, you can see the impact that one man, and now a family, have been able to have on a university. Every year, we host one of our most distinguished lectures, the Goldman Sachs Lecture, in honor of Mike. Every week, there are activities taking place in the Mortara Center, which are an embodiment of the very best of Georgetown. Gin has made all of that possible.
I had met Mike and Jenna a number of times, I believe, and what struck me when we had time really just to talk together, the three of us, was how immensely complementary they were. They did things for each other which continue. And I could have written practically the script for how dedicated Jenna would be to Mike's vision for Georgetown. The degree to which she has embodied Mike's vision for Georgetown is nothing short of astonishing. And the dedication that has grown in her to the university is, I think, thrilling to anybody who observes it.
She has been a real partner to Georgetown in terms of not just physical structure of the Mortara Center where we're sitting, but also in terms of really caring and coming up with the idea of having an endowed chair and participating in a lot of the programs. I think the Mortaras are kind of the epitome of a Georgetown family.
I just know how proud Mike Mortara is of Jenna, and that he's just waiting there to just envelop her in his arms and tell her, wow, Chin, you did a hell of a job. Maybe even better than I could have.
A big congratulations to Jenna on receiving this very prestigious award. I know Mike would be very proud of her for her leadership and her commitment to giving back to society. And as I look at the Mortara Center for International Relations, I believe that it is a fitting tribute to a great man.
Jenna has had her own part in solidifying the Mortara legacy at Georgetown. She was a true partner to Mike in his every endeavor, and he was always so proud of that partnership. They brought out the best in each other. So it is truly a gift to all of us that Jenna so selflessly continues to work for projects that they both believe in.
Gina Mortara's service to the Georgetown community has been immeasurable. By continuing Michael's work, she builds on his legacy and his commitment to philanthropy. Her direction of the construction of the beautiful Mortara Center has helped add another glimmering jewel to the Georgetown crown. Gina's leadership has been essential to strengthening the Georgetown University community and to enhancing ties to the world around us. She continues to do so with the Wall Street Alliance and is indeed a very worthy recipient of the Wall Street Alliance Award. As her friend, I am personally happy to congratulate Gina for this great honor.